Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Xenonauts. One second, let me go ahead and get my timer started. Don't know why the hell my audio basically tried to cut out when I first started this, but okay. You do you game, or OBS, whichever one it was that you decided to be finicky. So, last time, right at the very end of the part, or well, thereabouts at least, we got our first ever terror site to pop up, and that is going to be a joyous thing to take care of. And for those of you that suck at catching on to sarcasm, that was sarcastic. I hate terror sites, mostly because they're so damn dangerous for your troops, even early on. This is going to result in our introduction to everybody's favorite, the Chrysalids, or rather this game's version of the Chrysalids. And for those of you that have not played an XCOM title, the Chrysalids are a creature that will, when they kill your guys, basically turn them into zombies. And when you kill that zombie, they turn into another Chrysalid, and they will attempt to kill somebody else and turn them into a zombie. And then you have, potentially, depending upon exactly how your kill orders went, 2 Chrysalids and a zombie that if you kill, turns into another Chrysalid, resulting in you having 3 Chrysalids. You know, fun. Maybe 4. Or rather, maybe 2 Chrysalids and 2 zombies, resulting in the potential for 4 Chrysalids. It just, again, all depends upon what your kill order is. Like I said, fun. So, we're going to go ahead and actually double check. Do I actually have you guys in your thing? I do. Okay, I wasn't 100% certain on that. Veronica, you are, I think, gonna actually stay back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Am I actually missing? Oh my god, am I actually missing a frickin'... How the hell am I missing? How, game? Please, do tell. How do I miss a piece of jackal armor? I am so fucking confused. But apparently we're missing one piece. So we need to build another. I mean, not right this second, but we should, nonetheless. Okay. Who has decent strength? You do. Antonia, you haven't done anything yet. You are going to be a shield person. That does hurt you a little bit, but that's fine. I would rather send out a full team of fully equipped troops as opposed to, well, a hodgepodge with a wounded troop that is, you know, actually relatively decent. I say that, they are just a corporal, but, you know, they're still better than a private. And we don't have the time really to wait for them to be ready to fight. Now, I could... Oh, damn, these things are actually very light. I never realized. Do they actually weigh anything? They do. They weigh 1 kilogram. Well, this doesn't negatively impact your ability to do things, so Giella, I'm gonna go ahead and have you get a shock baton, just so you have one. You know, maybe you'll use it, maybe you won't. And same with Sophie. Again, maybe you'll use it, maybe you won't. But, you know, it's always nice to have. Make sure you guys are in the correct order. You appear to be. We'll see if that's actually true or not, though. And we really need to do this mission because Indochina is not exactly happy with us. You know, they're wanting to drop our budget by 33,000 next month. So we kind of have to do something about this. Terror missions, it should be noted, are worth quite a bit of, for lack of a better way to describe it, reputation. I'm not 100% sure, you know, exactly how much they're worth, but they're worth a pretty penny, nonetheless. Especially if you can, you know, not die. So, terror site briefing. Aliens have launched a terror attack on this city, so the objective of the mission is simple: destroy all alien forces, whilst protecting as many civilians and local forces as possible. It is likely to be a difficult mission. The aliens have landed a force of well-equipped terror soldiers that will aggressively engage your forces once the battle begins. If the mission proves too challenging, you can retreat your soldiers to the dropship and abort the mission from the menu. Local forces are also operating in the area, but are unlikely to survive long without assistance. You will receive a small amount of bonus funding for each civilian and local soldier that survives the battle, but the priority should be the elimination of the enemy. The national military will provide aerial surveillance over the battlefield after 20 turns of combat, revealing the map and helping you hunt down any surviving aliens. I'm pretty sure that that happens with all missions, though, at some point. I just don't... Oh, damn. Okay, so we have 3 civilian, or rather, not 3, 4 local forces over here, and technically we're in the Soviet Union, and I don't think that is actually a BMP, but it's supposed to technically be a BMP. It's just, not, because I'm pretty sure they only designed one asset for this. And that asset happens to be, I want to say something that's sort of akin to like a warrior. Okay, and we also have 3 civilians here that we can see so far. We're gonna have the hunter do what it does best, scouting. Don't go any further, because I want you to make sure that you can engage any potential hostiles. Actually, no, excuse me, this is Tokyo, so no, that would not be a, that should not be a BMP. In fact, I don't... Oh god, it's the 70s, so what the hell would the Japanese have as some sort of infantry fighting vehicle? I don't know off the top of my head. Can you make it all the way to here? You can. Wonderful, do that. Although they are equipped with AKs, which is not correct. But I'm going to assume that is because the way the game works is it says, oh, you're in the region of Indochina? Okay, that means we're going to equip them with AKs because, China. Even though we are in Japan. Okay. I think a local force may have killed an alien. Because one of the voices, or, one of the death sounds did not sound like a human. Those guys are idiots. They're all fucking stacking up on that wall for some reason instead of, moving to a better position. So we know there's a dude down this alley because he shot somebody. That's obvious. Ooh, those civilians should not be standing right there. That is a terrible place for them to be setting up shop. Go here. And you move around. I'm with the hunter to watch this direction. I saw something over here, but I think it was a civilian. Now let's move to the sandbags with Sophie. And Antonia is going to go ahead and move to the corner here. And Irina. Go to the car, I think. And everybody crouch. Trust me, crouching is always a good idea. Well, that alien is very inaccurate. That is obvious. I suppose you're safe in the building. As far as we know, nobody's died in it. Why are you guys looking in my direction? Well, we know there's an alien over here because, you know, somebody got shot. Okay, that was one of the sniper dudes. For the weakling aliens. They're not exactly a threat. They can be an annoyance, but they're not exactly a threat, per se. Okay, you run to the corner. Okay, you got eyes. Wonderful. I want... that's red, so I'm pretty sure it means you can't shoot around the corner. If I want you to be able to shoot around the corner, I have to actually expose you on that corner. Which is not what I want to do, if I can avoid it. But I don't think there is a way for me to avoid that, actually. We're gonna have Arena watch this alley as well. What I could do, however, is move you to here. And okay, you can actually see down there. Wonderful. Take a shot at him. Didn't kill him, sadly. That's fine. We'll live, suppose. Oh, there's another one. And I think that was another sniper dude. Because that was a very... Well, he only fired one shot, to be more accurate. No, you're just an armored one. Okay, now, here's the thing, is I don't know if there's another dude there. Oh, I forgot to have Sophie take cover. Here. Well, that door can't be opened. Interesting. I'm gonna have you run to the corner. Okay, as far as we can tell, there is not another one there. He's far in the back. And I don't have a shot at him. If I move over one, maybe. Not a good shot, but technically I would have one. Now I'm going to tell you to run back around the corner where you're going to be nice and safe. We're not going to move the hunter up. In fact, we're actually going to tell the hunter to pull back just a little bit in case there's a dude in this alley. Sophie, take cover. I would love to actually get eyes up top on the other side of this building. So we're going to have Antonia go ahead and check that out. Arena's going to slowly start pushing forward. We only see two guys here. Oh, okay, this dude's right next to Sophie for whatever reason. He's a creep. Okay, there is a drone inside. There's another dude. Okay, but there's a drone inside that warehouse. So, first things first, Hunter's gonna push up. You failed to kill him with every shot. Okay. Oh, it went to the other side of the wall, didn't it? It did. There we go. Wonderful. And we don't have eyes on the dude that we saw up here. We weren't able to shoot him, but we did see him at least. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's probably in this alley. What do I want you to do? You don't have a good spot to go, I'm afraid, actually, Antonia. I can have you run away. Sort of. I think we're going to do that. We're going to have you back off. Why can you not run inside? Oh, because there's somebody up top on top of the stairs there. Okay, that's understandable, I suppose. Let's have Igor here push up. And he's gonna crouch. And Giela's also gonna crouch. There's another dude in that warehouse. And you missed. As far as we can tell, this warehouse appears to be clear. Wonderful. We did see, slightly from the hunter, there is a guy inside this warehouse. At least one. And I could have sworn we saw another one somewhere, but I didn't really get a good enough look to figure out where that was. Okay, I want you up top of the stairs. Okay. Arena, or excuse me, Sophie, rather. I want you to push up to this corner. Giela. Aha. Well, obviously nobody can shoot you, and I don't think anybody's in a position to move to engage you. And in fact, actually, Sophie's in a bad position, so she's going to move slightly, although it does expose her into the building, but I'm hopeful there's nobody inside that building. Okay, Igor, you push up, just so that you can start moving into a position. I'm actually going to have Terry move into the building as well to watch alongside Antonia. Killed a civilian. Obviously, it'd be great if we could minimize civilian casualties, but it is admittedly preferable to not lose our troops if we can avoid it. And while that guy is not particularly dangerous, I think you can be seen from there, which is a shame. It could result in some issues. I'm hopeful, however, that it won't. You know he's on the other side of that container. I just can't see him. So we're just sort of getting into a position to hopefully engage him when he comes around. Oh, I see you over there, buddy. I have somebody who can lob a grenade. Whoops, sorry about that. Hitting my microphone. No. Sadly, I don't think anybody's in position to lob a grenade over there. And this is a terrible position for you to be. Oh, is there anywhere better I can put you? And preferably for you to be allowed to engage. And the answer to that appears to be a sad no. So I'm gonna have Igor sort of try to watch that direction if he decides to come out here and try to shoot Giela. Hopefully Igor will engage. You know, hopefully. I'm gonna assume that's the guy who was inside this building, so that building is probably clear now. But that's just my guess. Okay, he did not come around that corner. Be careful where you run, civilian. Okay, good. You ran inside the building. You're safe in there. Okay. Antonia? Where the fuck did that come from? You literally can't see who shot you. But Irina can. And Irina missed. Because of course she did. Okay. Well, Antonia, you kind of fucked up there. Just gonna be honest with you. So Yellow's gonna clean up. You're pretty badly hurt. So Terry's gonna move out here and patch you up a little. That way you hopefully don't immediately die when you inevitably get shot. I would love to push the hunter around that corner if I can. Igor's gonna move up to here. I assume he went out onto the street here or back into the building, one of the two. Looks like he went out onto the street. And Igor missed. And he missed Igor. You're lucky, Igor. You really are. 'Cause that could have gone badly for you. That should kill him. Assuming you actually landed where I ordered you to toss it. Which I'm going to assume you did. So we're going to go ahead and also pull back. Antonia is, relatively speaking, safe where she is currently situated. Oh, you fucked up, buddy. Or not, because you didn't end up actually getting killed, sadly. But you're suppressed, so you'll get one shot, and that shouldn't kill. We'll see what you decide to do. You'll either shoot or run. I'm gonna go ahead and assume you're a little bit more likely to run, and the grenade should kill that guy, so I don't gotta worry about you being shot. Oh, it didn't really. Oh, thank God. Hunter almost died. So the Hunter's gonna go ahead and start fleeing because I want to avoid death. Because, you know, it's a time-consuming thing to get back up. So I'd rather have it not die if I can avoid it. Oh, we see the last dude. Well, what I'm assuming is the last dude. Obviously, I don't know if that's actually true or not. And we could probably engage him from this building. If I can get Irina and Igor in there. And, of course, I'm assuming the building is clear. I probably shouldn't do that. Let's go ahead and, okay, it looks clear. Good. Sophie, you just take cover on that corner. Kiela, you're gonna step back just to avoid him potentially shooting at you. Again, I assume he's the last one. I don't know what turn we're on. So, I don't know when the game will decide to, you know, mark him. Do I want to, you know what, realistically, I should probably confirm that there's nobody else back here. But I think it's a relatively safe bet that there's nobody here. Oh hey, the military's finally deciding to move again. You know, after I did all the work. Oh, we lost sight of him. Of course we did, because he's now in the back corner building, or room, rather. Which means best bet is probably to move shield and shotgun up. Like I said, the hunter's gonna flee. I don't want it getting blown up. So I think that's what we're gonna have to do, is we're gonna have to do the old shield and shotgun maneuver. I'm assuming this building is clear. You know, that any aliens that were in there had actually pushed out. I say shield and shotgun, but we're only going to be sending, I think, one shield, but 2 shotguns. Once Irina is off the stairs, Sophie can move down. Oh shit, there's 2 in there. Looks. Oh, there is actually 1 in that building. Okay. There is actually 1 in this building right here. I was not expecting that. I fully expected that building to be empty. Turns out it's not. So, slight change of plans. 2 shotguns on this building, I think. Oh, can we not break those? Okay, those windows can't be broken from the looks of it. Can you actually shoot? Oh, you can. Okay, why not? If you can make the shot, do it. Also, I'm pretty sure he's in a spot that Irina probably should have... well, no, Irina wouldn't have seen him. Technically, Giella shouldn't have been able to see him. I don't even think she would have seen the shadow. Ooh, Terry, you got lucky, buddy. I assume now we are officially down to the last one. Oh, somebody's hiding out in our ship, or in our transport. You know... Don't want to actually send you into the building, considering that you can apparently shoot through the ground. Because, you know, you just have magical frickin' abilities. Be able to see people in windows that I don't think you should have been able to see. Yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna do that, actually. We're gonna hide out here. I think we only saw 1 movement here in the building that Terry went into. Or, well, rather that Terry is watching. So, I think that is clear, like I said. Ooh. You see him? You don't, damn. Now you do. And this time the game says, oh no, you can't make that shot. Ah. Well, you can suppress, and then you can kill. That is such a bullshit death for him. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. So, we killed all 12 aliens. We took no casualties. We didn't lose our vehicle. Half of the local forces survived, and just over half of the civilians survived. Everybody gains the citation for courage, awarded for courage demonstrated in combat during the successful defense of a city against extraterrestrial terror forces. And Terry earned the Order of Gallantry. And Giella earned herself the Order of Terra, awarded for elimination of 20 extraterrestrial units in combat. Go, Giella, you are now a major. Terry was promoted to lieutenant, Sophie is now a sergeant, and Antonia is a corporal. Antonia will be out for a little under a week. We did also receive a Kaysen soldier corpse, which was the sort of up-armor dudes, and a alien precision plasma. So, alien terror site on Tokyo thwarted. Countless lives saved. Local politicians praise Xenonauts for successful intervention. Yes, I'll check that out. And that now moves us from a minus 33,000 predicted change in our budget from Indochina to a plus 48,000. Admittedly, I expect us to go back down, but at the very least, the hit won't be as bad as it would have been if we had ignored the terror site and let them, I believe, nuke the city. I believe is what they do. If you don't go, or if you end up retreating from it. So, Antonia, you did great. This was your first mission. You got no kills, but hey, you lived. That's always a big old plus, of course. And we actually have 2 assault, or rather laser rifles ready. Let's go ahead and equip Igor and Irina with their oh-so-favorite, well, their rather new favorite, the laser rifle. And also the game is refusing to show me the stats for because we don't actually have one on hand, because for some reason, that's just the way it works. If you don't have a copy of something on hand, you get nothing. So this doesn't really tell us anything special about it. But there we go. We're off to a good start. Next month, we will build a base in the Philippines, sort of around Manila. So, case and class analysis. Commander, I don't appreciate the looting of valuable research materials from crash sites. I especially don't appreciate those same research materials appearing as trophies in the man cave your soldiers call a barracks. The coloration of different case and jumpsuits has a clear sociological meaning that we have yet to penetrate, and it doesn't help our cause when they are spirited away to be kept as knickknacks and good luck charms. Regardless of this setback, we have begun to distinguish between different colors and the results below, and have the results below. Guard, blue jumpsuited caissons represent the first combat-ready caissons we have met. Armed with plasma rifles, they can hold their own against a squad of ordinary soldiers. Their jumpsuits have several reinforced layers that can take considerably more punishment, although their physiology remains the same as non-combatants. The soldier, the guard, while fearsome, isn't what we would consider a frontline trooper. That distinction is given to the soldier class, considerably more aggressive than the guard class. The soldier carries a wider variety of armaments and isn't afraid to fling grenades at any target, any tightly packed group of soldiers that gets in its way. Its jumpsuit is marked by dark blue armor, or rather, dark blue arms and light blue shoulder pads, although I don't think the shoulder pads were actually blue. They looked more black to me. But, you know, maybe that's just me. But nonetheless, we got that. And terror attack mission. I was talking with the heads of communication and detection over the latest UFO movements, and between us, we've spotted a new and dangerous direction the ETs are heading in. A short while ago, we're not sure exactly when, a UFO slipped through the net and targeted, get this, a music festival. The organizers had held it in an open field in the mistaken belief that UFOs only attack towns. This wasn't an airstrike. The ETs used ground teams to massacre the festival goers. We don't have a lot to go on. Our sponsors got the few survivors first, and while we have transcripts of the interviews, there are maddening gaps in the information. What we can be certain of was that there was a significant number of ETs involved in this attack, and they had deployed some sort of man-sized Frankenstein, which got fried by an unshielded power cable. My team thinks this was a test run, and we can expect further attacks by cadres of alien shock troops tasked with terrorizing funding nations by slaughtering the civilian population. One of my juniors, who's a history buff, drew a parallel between this and a method used by Genghis Khan. He'd obliterate a city and threaten other cities with the threat of vanishing as well if they resisted. Successful terror attacks are the most damaging of any alien mission to our organization. Our sponsors have strongly hinted that nuclear protocols will be deployed to prevent what they call biological contamination. The politicians will blame us to keep Joe Citizen off their backs, and our funding and reputation takes a hit that's hard to come back from. If we do save a city from the ETs, they will look particularly good for us, and we can expect a big boost in funding for every terror site we clean up. UFOs on a terror mission are medium-grade signals at a minimum, and they are mostly always escorted. They will try to throw us off the scent, so look for slow-moving signals which move randomly but seem to be circling a specific patch of cities. That's probably a ship on a terror mission. Well, thank you, research, for that. So we are actually looking at an increase overall in our budget, I think for the first time. Whoops. So yeah, we might actually see an extra 100 grand basically going into our pockets as things currently stand. Of course, we still have half the month to go, so it's not exactly meaningful. Did we get another? Yes, we did get another rifle ready to go. Let's just go ahead and kick up to max speed. And here we go, rapid fire lasers. One of our engineers recently presented me with the idea for a rapid-fire laser weapon. Though it is predictably expressed crudely, the fundamental science appears sound. The ideal approach would be to generate a continuous beam of energy that can be swept across the battlefield, but even alien superconductors are not capable of dissipating the amount of heat generated by sustained continuous fire. The proposed solution borrows heavily from the autocannon mounted on our interceptors. Multiple rotating barrels instead of using a rotating barrel arranged to facilitate high-speed loading of ammunition. It can be used to vastly reduce the amount of heat continual fire will generate in each individual barrel. We have successfully tested 2 3-barreled prototype weapons in our laboratories. The scatter laser is a rapid-fire infantry weapon designed to replace the ballistic machine gun. It inflicts increased damage and suppression at the cost of reduced ammunition capacity. Unfortunately, it still suffers recoil, albeit in this case caused by the spinning of the heavy cooling arrays rather than the recoil of the projectiles, and therefore will require a strong soldier to achieve full accuracy with this weapon. The Gatling Laser is scaled up to fit the cannon hardpoint on our interceptors, using a triangular arrangement of 3 powerful lasers that collectively inflict much greater damage than the conventional autocannon. The increased size and weight of the weapon allows us to use conventional materials in the construction of the weapon and its power cell, paradoxically, making them far easier and faster to manufacture than their smaller cousins. As such, we have already upgraded our existing autocannons to the new design. The only difference you should see is increased combat effectiveness. Not that our existing ones were exactly struggling, though then again we've been relying on missiles, because, it's the 1970s. Well, late 1970s in fact. So, missiles have come a good ways. This also gives us pulse lasers. The purpose of the pulse laser is to produce a weapon that inflicts the maximum amount of damage possible per shot, creating an extremely powerful laser beam that is able to inflict heavy damage on even well-protected targets at great range. Aside from scaling the laser emitter up, we have further developed it to produce a beam of oscillating intensity, switching between a high and low power levels thousands of times per second. Rather than sustaining a uniform level of heat, the target suffers repeated pulses of intense heat that causes rapid fracturing of the surface material. As the surface material breaks apart and disintegrates, this effect becomes even more pronounced, giving the pulse laser excellent armor penetration compared to standard lasers. We have developed a variant of the weapon small enough to mount on our Hunter Scout car that is available for immediate use in the garage. This is fitted with a battery that holds enough power for 8 shots, and should sustainably boost the combat effectiveness of the vehicle. We also use the pulse laser to upgrade our base defense batteries, pulling power directly from the base reactors. That should greatly improve the chances of destroying the attacking extraterrestrial craft before it can unload ground forces. The retrofit is already well underway and should be complete by the time you read this. Any future defense batteries we construct will also incorporate laser technology into their design, at least until we develop something better. Okay, well, you know what, game? Let's go ahead and do that alien interrogation that you've been wanting us to do for a while now. We're not going to bother with the scatter lasers. I just don't give a crap about those heavy weapons, is really the simplest way to describe it. I just don't care for them. It's not necessarily that they're bad. Part of the issue is that you need a strength of 70, otherwise you will suffer a recoil penalty, or you will suffer an accuracy penalty. So, yeah. I just don't use them. Yeah, I don't see a good use for it, generally speaking. Veronica is ready to get back in the field, so let's go ahead and put her back out there. We do have another assault rifle, or laser rifle ready to go. Now, technically speaking, I don't know if you guys are going to stay as a... Yeah, Natalie, you're not that good in terms of accuracy. You have decent strength, however. And since I only have 2 people currently assigned as assault, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you over to being an assault. Which I think actually freed up inventory. Or not inventory, but carry weight. It did, actually. Wow. Is the... you do not tell me how heavy you are. So 17 to 22... and 17 to 20. So it looks like the shotgun is actually slightly lower weight than the ballistic rifle by about 2 kilograms. Another UFO, another UFO, another UFO, another UFO. Jesus Christ, so many fucking UFOs all of a sudden. Send those out. Okay, we have 2 mediums here in America. You are heading at 1400, and you're small. You guys are technically still repairing, but I think you're good enough to take care of one of these guys at least. And we got another medium popping up. Auto-resolve that, head back to base. Auto-resolve that. You guys don't quite have the ammo to take care of the other one, so we're not going to bother with it. And I would love to take care of this one, but I think I'm actually going to airstrike it, just because there's this other medium that's up and it's hanging out fairly close. If it was further away, I probably would have sent the team out to go and take care of it, but it's a little too close for comfort. You guys are still trying to refuel. Okay, this guy is literally right on top of you, so send the condors out. That condor still has another hour until it's ready to go. And now he's outside of our actual engagement range. Unless he comes back, which I don't think he's going to. Oh, no, looks like he's going to start coming back. Alien interrogation. Without the ability to communicate with our extraterrestrial attackers, there can be no peace. This war could only end with the extinction of one side, genocide on a galactic scale. It is therefore helpful that study of our captive has yielded the secret of alien communication. Extraterrestrials have atrophied vocal cords because they communicate via radio telepathy, rather than verbally. An alien word is in fact a short burst of radio waves. Energy intensive, but effective. We have been able to construct a basic alien vocabulary by using our lab transceiver to record radio transmissions from our captive and repeating them back in various combinations. The study of the responses by our resident cartographers deciphered the meaning of several, allowing us to conduct a basic conversation with our captive and expand our understanding still further. Though I care not for such trifles, our work here has created an entirely new scientific discipline, making me the father of xenolinguistics. It is a shame that our captive proved such a terrible conversationalist, endlessly repeating a request for new orders and refusing to engage on any other subject. Interestingly, it seemed happy to thoughtlessly follow simple orders issued by my team, such as moving across its cell. Eventually, once it became clear that no more could be gained from questioning the creature, one of our team handed it a pistol and ordered it to kill itself. It promptly complied, splattering its brains across half the containment tank. It seems the alien soldiers are just mindless thralls. I suppose we will need to capture an alien officer if we are to get the answers we seek. Oh, and before you get too excited, reproducing the suicide effect on the battlefield is completely impractical. It requires a stationary target and a laboratory full of equipment. Hey, buddy, you need to figure out a way to get it on an aircraft, so we can just fly across the globe constantly, mounted on multiple aircraft, to just, again, fly around the globe and just basically order the aliens to kill themselves. You know, not a terrible idea. Okay, let's go ahead and get the alien alloy fabrication. And you look like you're wanting to come back, so I'm gonna send the team out to try to shoot you down. You did come back, wonderful. Okay, we're looking at a little over 200 grand. And my timer is about to go off, so we're gonna go ahead and I think end this part here. This would be part 9. As a reminder, if you enjoy this series or any other series on the channel, I do have a Patreon, which is one of the main ways to help support the channel. The other major way to support the channel is to go and use the Streamlabs donation link down below in the description. Use whichever one you prefer. If you do use Patreon, you do get a couple of goodies, such as early access to videos. If you go the Streamlabs route, you just sort of get the good feeling that more of what you give actually makes its way to the channel, because Patreon takes a 5% cut. I also have a Discord down there, which I highly recommend joining if you want to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel. And of course, because this series does allow the opportunity to have soldiers named after you, there is also a link to a Google form down below in the description that you can fill out so that you can have soldiers named after whatever you want. You know, it can be a username that you use or an actual real name that, you know, you just prefer to use. It's entirely up to you. I do have requirements for that, namely that there is a character limit. I don't recall what it is off the top of my head. I think it was like 20 or 30, something like that. But don't quote me on that. I do have it set up properly in there, but I don't recall what the actual character limit is off the top of my head. And that's basically it. So yes, I'll see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.